Hey guys, are you using Facebook Messenger effectively? And I want to share with you today some do's and don'ts to using this tool in your business that will kick it up a notch and actually prove to be very lucrative and duplicable if you use them correctly. So welcome to today's Daily Dose of Awesome. If we haven't met before, I'm Tracy Chalmers and I am super excited to be here with you today. And if you're hopping on with me, let me know where you're coming in from. I am coming in from a very cold and chilly and super snowy Alberta, and I'm sitting here with a blanket on my lap. I'm so cold. So let me know where you're coming in from and we'll say hello. Hey, Bart from Cleveland in the house. Nice to see you, Bart. Good to see you again. So if you are hopping on, do say hi. Let me know, because if we haven't met before, I do definitely want to say hello to you. Hi, Pamela from Sacramento. Oh, I bet it's warm there. I bet you don't have a blanket on your lap, hey? Melinda, South Africa, hello, nice to meet you. So let's talk about Facebook Messenger today. You know, I have a lot of people inside my own private coaching community, private clients that I work with, and people on my team that are expressing some concerns around Messenger. Some people find them very effective, in a very effective way to build their business, and some not so effective. And I wanted to talk to you about that today. Hey, Julie from Calgary. I'm in Calgary too. Hi, Julie. And Richard, hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. All right, so let's talk about Facebook Messenger, because this is a tool that can be very effective for your business if you use it properly. And I've got a little story I'm going to share with you halfway through, but a whole handful of do's as well. So you'll definitely want to stick around till the end. So drop a 1. Let's just take a quick little survey here. Drop me a 1 if you are currently using Facebook Messenger as part of your business building strategy. And I'm going to just talk a little more about that in a minute, but let's just leave it at that. Your business building strategy. Drop me a 1 in the comments if you are currently using Facebook Messenger as a strategy in your business. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Good to see you. Delaney says 1. Okay, excellent. Okay, so give me a 1 if you're using Facebook as a strategy, Facebook Messenger as a strategy in your business building now. Now, I also want you to give me a 1, or like let's say a 2 through 10. 2 being it's not working for you. 5 is so-so, and 10, I'm crushing it with Facebook Messenger. Drop that number in the comments as well. I'm kind of taking a pulse here to see where you're all at, to see how effective Messenger is for all of you. So a 2, it's like, yeah, it's not really working for me. 5, take it or leave it. So-so, it's so-so in my business. And 10, I'm crushing it with Messenger in my business. Okay, Bart, I don't really know how to use it to do anything. Okay, excellent. Thank you for being so honest and raw with that, because I bet there's probably the vast majority of people that really don't know how to leverage Messenger effectively. So I want to talk about that. So thank you for sharing that, Bart, because I guarantee you're not the only one. And Pamela says 8. So you're using it, you're seeing some effectiveness with it, but I understand from an 8, you're learning to grow with it a bit more. That's awesome. Okay, so let's dive into this. You know, Messenger, unfortunately, a lot of people feel that it's simply just a place to drop your link or your product video or to send random unsolicited information, right? I know when I first came online a few years ago, I was one of those people. I was totally one of those people who spammed my product links everywhere because, heck, I had the best product line there was, right? And the best comp plan. It was a ground floor opportunity. How many of you have heard all that stuff before? But as a newbie, that's what I thought was really important to share on Messenger and communicating with people in text messaging. Let's go text messaging even, right? Emailing. I thought that the purpose of those kind of tools was simply just to blast my product information out there, my company links, my replicated website links, my op videos, because who wouldn't want to see my business, right? Like, it was awesome. Who wouldn't want to join me? That's how I thought I had to do it. I was one of those spammers. Yeah, and you made the same mistakes, Bart. And I think the vast majority of us have. And I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, because those of us that are watching this video already know that that doesn't work, right? So I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but I'm just painting a little picture here for you. So I was one of those people, and I had to learn the hard way that that wasn't going to be effective. So today I want to talk about some of that and share a funny story with you and give you a whole handful of do's that you can build into your business now, today, and start implementing right away to start seeing improved results. So if you dropped a 5 for an ineffective messenger strategy, I want to move you up to that 8. And if you dropped an 8, like one of you did, and I can't remember who it was, I'm sorry, I want to try and move you up to a 9 or a 10 to see if we can build some more effectiveness into your messenger strategy, okay? So, Facebook Messenger is not just a place to drop links or promote your product or request for people to host a party. And I'm going to share this with you because it's super funny and it's super cute. And I'm kind of making fun of it a little bit, but I'm using it to illustrate an example here. I have a friend who is a male. He's a guy, but his name is one of those where it could be a male or a female name, okay? So I'm not going to give a name because I don't want to embarrass anybody or make anybody uncomfortable. But yeah, Pamela, 8 to a 10, love it, all right. So my friend with a name that could go for either a male or a female kind of thing, received a cold message from someone, and he shared it with me. And I'm going to read it to you. I printed it off, and I'm going to read it to you. And the cold message he received out of the blue from a new connection, okay, was, hey, sorry, my dog's seeing someone up the front. Can you hear Chewbacca? He's making some noises here. So my friend received this. Hey, was booking my pure romance and also my premier jewelry ladies nights and was thinking of fun ladies. Remember, my friend's a guy. And was thinking of fun ladies to host a ladies night, and you came to mind. Would you be interested in having a fun ladies night and letting me hook you up with lots of goodies? So, a little background. Pure Romance is an adult sex toy MLM, if you don't know what Pure Romance is. So if you don't know what it is, Google it and you'll see. But it's basically a sex toy, lingerie, oils and things like that kind of MLM. So this message came in Messenger, unsolicited, cold, spammy, to my guy friend. He jokingly responded with, I came to mind for a ladies' pure romance party? Exclamation mark, question mark. I think I'd probably render your products obsolete. With a happy face and a laughing face and kind of like a kind of face. Hilarious. I found that absolutely hilarious. Not because he was teasing back to her, but just to illustrate, and let me know if you found this, put a happy face or a laughy face in the comments if you found it funny as well, but because this was an unsolicited, no previous relationship built, the person who was trying to book these parties didn't even know if it was a guy or a girl, and just sent out these copy-paste spammy messages, probably all over her Messenger account, and he received it. I'm sharing this with you. Yes, you do, Colleen. You have to watch from the beginning, just so you can catch the beginning of that little interaction there. But, it's a perfect example of what not to do on Messenger. And, whether it's been to this crazy scale that I just shared with you, my goodness, Melinda, exactly, yes. Whether it's to that scale or on a much smaller scale with hey, I have a business op, or I got one last week where a girl messaged me and said, I'm trying to remember the exact wording, but it basically was, hey, I've got a system that can teach you how to generate leads online. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, but get to know me a little bit first, right? Bart, he should have showed up to the party. That would have been even more fun. Yeah, that could have been actually quite entertaining. I would have loved to have been a fly on that wall. Hey, Bart? But we've all used Messenger that way, maybe in our spammy times, or perhaps we have been recipients of those kind of spammy, vomiting kind of messages. So let's talk about ways to actually make Messenger effective for you. How about that? Who wants to talk about ways of building relationships on Messenger? Because ultimately, that's what Facebook is after, and Facebook Messenger is part of Facebook. They want to build authentic, real, everyday relationships on there. And when you use Messenger to build an authentic, deep human connection, a real relationship, it can be very, very lucrative. And it can also be very rewarding. I have met some of my closest, dearest friends through social media, and building a relationship with them on Messenger can be very effective for your business, as well as just for your human touch, your human connection. So Messenger is a great way to leverage authentic, value-based relationships. It's an opportunity to connect with people that you may have not otherwise ever met or had an opportunity to talk to. I have friends all over the world. I'm sure you do as well. And it's a really great way to connect with folks who you wouldn't otherwise meet. So Kamalani, Messenger bot is a great tool too. Yes, the bot is a great tool, but it's only great if you've built a relationship with these people first. So it's kind of in a separate little section, and I don't really want to talk about Messenger bots today because I want to talk about the authentic relationship building of prospecting and closing prospects using authentic relationships and communication on Messenger. But yes, the bot is absolutely another tool, another way to use the tool, but I don't want to dive into that too much today. I want to stay focused in on actually human connection on Messenger, okay? When you're reaching out to potential prospects, making new connections, meeting new people, it's really important that you actually spend some time and connect with them on Messenger, right? You want to be able to, hey, Chuck, good to see ya. You definitely want to find that emotional connection and build a human experience together. Humans love interaction. And when you feel like you can actually find some common ground or something like a common denominator in some way to your relationship, that builds a relationship far more quickly than, let's say, a bot could, right? A bot is effective if you've got oodles of replies that you need to make, or you're sending out a mass offer or connection with people you've already connected with. But building that human relationship is super important, especially if you're trying to offer a product, a service, or an opportunity to someone. You know, it's said that roughly 6 to 12 touches is required for someone to feel emotionally connected, know, like, and trust before they'll often make a decision, right? Very few people, and I think it's around 5%, and my numbers aren't perfect, but they're rough, okay? Around 5%, people can make instant decisions. They don't need all those touches, but typically most people need a 6 to 12 point touch, back and forth, feeling like they're getting to know you, finding that relationship and developing relationship through Messenger, and it can be very, very effective for that. Copy and paste scripts. Let's just talk about that for a second too. You know, copy and paste scripts for Messenger can be very effective for getting you started. But I highly recommend that you change it up. You know, often a copy and paste situation screams copy and paste. I know for me, when I receive something like that, I'm like, oh, I've seen that before. Or, oh yeah, I know what that is. And I want someone to actually be genuine and real with me and say, you know, hey, Tracy, how you doing? Like, you know, I hear it's snowing there. Like, I've never been to where you live. Start talking to me like a real person. And when I connect with my prospects, people that, you know, perhaps I feel I have something to offer them, when I make that connection with them, I connect on that human level first before I offer any product, service, link, product, picture, opportunity, anything, because I want to actually get to know that person first, and I want to dive in to see what their needs are. It's really important to first discover what they need as opposed to what I want and just shoot them over a link. So ask questions. The person who does the most talking in a conversation does not have control over the conversation. Drop me a little fire emoji or something like that. If you are getting any light bulb moments, or dropping a light bulb emoji, if you're getting any kind of light bulb moments in anything I'm saying. So the person who does the most communication, the most talking in a messenger situation, or even if you go back to the telephone, a three-way phone call, or a face-to-face, belly-to-belly traditionally, the person who does the most talking has the least control over the conversation. The person who's asking the questions has control over the conversation. So when you're in a messenger conversation with a new prospect or someone you're just getting to know, it's really important not to use those copy and paste scripts. Sure, they're guidelines. Use them as guidelines. That's it. Because it's the questions you're asking that actually make the person on the other end, that potential lead or prospect, feel heard and understood. So when you're asking questions, I don't have a set, spiel of questions in my head when I start communicating with someone. Their answers allow me to build my next question. I springboard from our conversation onto the next series of questions. And it's through those questions that I can quickly determine, decipher, and recognize what it is that they're really struggling with, what they really need, and even if they even need what I'm offering. There are times where I don't make an offer. I don't put a call to action. I don't hit them up because maybe they're just not what I'm looking for. I'm very selective when it comes to working with my private coaching clients or people on my team. I don't want just everybody and anybody. So depending on their answers to my questions, I can really guide them down a path of either making an offer in one way or a closing conversation. All right, let me know if that's making sense. Drop me, let's go with an exclamation mark. Drop me an exclamation mark if some of this is making sense. Sarah, you're loving it. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad there's value here for you. So that's where Messenger can be very effective because it is a communication tool back and forth, where you can really develop a relationship and learn more about that person and find out what best would help them. And what offer you have, whether it's your network marketing opportunity, whether it's a product offer, whether it's an affiliate offer, you can determine what you can offer them based on what they need best. And if it turns out that what you have, they don't need, maybe there's a referral you can make, right? So we're not in this scarcity mindset. We don't have scarcity mindsets. There's ample to go around. So if what you don't have, but your friend has, or you know someone reputable that has it, and it best suits the person you're speaking with, offer them a referral, right? Who agrees with that? Give me a thumbs up if you would agree with that. Because I know early on in my career, I was terrified of doing that. That is something I had to come around to and learn to accept and realize. And now I'm a firm believer in that. So give me a thumbs up if that's something that you also believe in. Awesome. Good. I'm seeing some thumbs. Good stuff. All right. So another thing I really want to draw your attention to, put your hand up. Give me a high five if you use Messenger voice. Give me a high five if you use Messenger voice. Messenger voice to me is the cat's meow. And I love it because it's easy enough to text, type in a little message, copy and paste a message. That's where those kind of things get misconstrued. You can't copy and paste a voice message. Your voice and you talking to that person does like oodles of good. It is so incredibly powerful. And I hope you give it a chance if you haven't yet used voice, because it is incredibly powerful for the person on the other end to hear your voice, hear your intonation, hear your emotion inside your message. Use their name. Make them feel special. I have had so many people, after I send a first voice message, just completely beside themselves and so excited about receiving a voice message and telling me how personal it was, how nice it was to hear my accent. I don't think I have an accent, but I guess I have an accent. So they would get so excited about those things that right away what does that do for our relationship? Put in the comments if you have any idea what it is that simple, very personal interaction does for our relationship. Think about that. It builds that know, like, and trust. Instantly, it's an attractor. Instantly, it's a trust builder. It significantly increases the effectiveness of my message, of that human connection, that bond, everything that I'm trying to achieve on there with that person. And it is genuine because it's my voice, it's me, it's my enthusiasm, it's building relationships strong, Pamela. Exactly. Well done. Yeah, exactly. I knew you guys knew this stuff. So use the voice clip if you have not done that. I highly, highly encourage you. Okay, so I'm going to go through a quick little list here. I wrote down pros and cons. If you have a pen and a paper, maybe jot these down. If not, come back onto replay and you can watch it then. But here's some do's and don'ts of voice messenger. And I want you to seriously think about these things the next time you go onto Messenger and use it. All right, maybe even jot it down on a little piece of paper beside your desk or whatever it is. So let's start with don't, and we're going to save the good do's till the end. All right, see how I'm creating that open loop to make you stay here on the video with me longer and engage in it, right? Margaret, voice message is a great idea. Yeah, I use it all the time. Love it, love it, love it, okay? So don't copy and paste scripted messages, all right? Be a human, build an authentic connection with the person. That's what we're here for, right? This is a relationship business. Yeah. Don't monopolize the conversation. The person who's doing most of the talking does not have control of it. Don't monopolize the conversation. Ask questions. Be genuinely interested and curious about that person, okay? So don't monopolize the conversation. Ask questions. Stop being lazy and hoping that sending your link or a product picture will work. It probably won't work all that often. It may work occasionally, but it won't work often. And the ones that it doesn't work on, you're just ticking them off. So don't be lazy. Don't just shoot off a copy and paste message or shoot off a link. Be personable on there. Be a person that they actually want to connect with and be of value to them. All right, give me a fist bump if any of these are good for you. And if you're taking notes and loving these ideas, fist bump me. And the last don't I have on my list is don't fail to set up a follow-up appointment. So once your conversation does come around to perhaps offering them a solution that you have that would best suit them, ask them, when do you have 5 minutes to watch that video? And I think I learned this from